Use the unit circle drawn here to estimate the values of the following. So the first one is just sine 65 degrees. Now this is 65 degrees here. Remember, this is a unit circle, so this hypotenuse here is 1. And for a sine, it's opposite divided by hypotenuse. We can see from here that this is 0.91 and this is 0.42. So the sine is just going to be 0.91 divided by 1, which is 0.91. Now, the next thing we want is cos 115 degrees. 115 degrees would be over here. 115 add 65 is 180, so the associated acute angle here is 65. And of course, that means we have the same proportions as this triangle here. Now remember, all of the ratios are positive here, sine only here, tangent only here, and cosine only here. So cos 115 is going to have the same size as cos 65 because that's the associated acute angle here, but because only the sine is positive, it's going to be the negative of that. Cos 65, so that's the adjacent here, 0.42, so it's going to be negative 0.42. Remember, the cosine of 65 would be the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is just 1 because we have a unit circle. Now we have sine 245. Well, that's going to be in this region here, such that this is 65. 180 plus 65 is 245. So sine 245 degrees. Now it's in the t, so that's going to be negative, but the acute angle is 65, so it's going to be the negative of sine 65. So that's negative 0.91, since sine 65 is 0.91, as far as we can tell from this diagram. In D, we have cos 295. So 295 would be over here. And again, the associated acute angle here is 65 degrees. The cosine is positive in this quadrant. So cos 295 would be exactly equal to cos of 65, and that's approximately 0.42. Now in part E we have cos 605, so we need to think about where that is. So 360, and then if we added 180 to that, that would give us 0.45, so that's 540, and then another 65, so it's actually going to be down here, because we went round once, half of the time, and then we went another 65, so it's going to be here. So that's going to be the negative, because we're in the t quadrant, of cos 65, and so that's approximately negative 0.42. And finally, we have the sign of negative 115. Well, negative must mean we go around clockwise. We measure positive angles anti-clockwise. So that's going to be just here. So it's going to be associated with this acute angle. So sine negative 115 degrees is going to be equal to the negative, since we're in the t quadrant, of sine 65 degrees, which is approximately negative 0.91.